Money management. Money is an essential requirement in every person's life. It is not how much one earns, but how one spends his earnings that contributes to a person's happiness and her esteem in society. Money management skills must be imbued in children as they grow up to adolescence and then to adulthood, so that when they begin earning, they are trained and conditioned to spend wisely and are aware of the harmful extremes of extravagance and miserliness. Amit and Sumit were two friends. They were classmates too, and shared each other's joys and sorrows. Amit came from a much better off family than that of Sumit, and got a much more generous pocket allowance than his friend did. Despite this, Sumit was never short of money, while Amit was always wishing for more and ridiculing Sumit for his stinginess. Then, one event changed Amit's views about money and its importance. Here's how.
Hi, Sumit, why don't you taste this utterly delicious kulfi?
Amit chirped gaily, holding a plateful of kulfi topped with faluda and rose water. He was scooping it up into his mouth with an ecstatic expression on his face. Sumit smiled at his friend indulgingly.
No, thanks.
He said, looking at his friend's kulfi-smeared mouth.
These things give me a sore throat.
In fact, Sumit loved kulfi and often pestered his parents for the treat when on outings which were quite few and far between. His father earned decently, but shunned extravagance, spending only on necessities, and wanted to imbue a healthy respect for money in his son.
Don't ever spend where you can do without, and never hold back spending where you can't do without.
He often advised Sumit.
Come on, you penny pincher.
Taunted Amit, finishing his kulfi with a large spoonful.
What's the use of money when you can't enjoy it?
He mumbled. They strolled back to their class. It was recess time and students were in the grounds, eating lunch, gossiping, exchanging notes.
Tell you what, Sumit, there's a new movie running in town. I hear it's a mind-blowing thriller. Shall we go watch it this evening?
Amit said, looking expectantly at his friend.
I'm afraid not, buddy.
Replied Sumit easily.
I have a family engagement today. We'll do it some other day.
He explained.
You are impossible, Sumit.
Amit exclaimed with exaggerated disgust.
You don't eat goodies, you don't watch movies in theaters, you don't like cold drinks and ice cream. Then what do you do with your pocket allowance?
He was exasperated. Sumit didn't respond to his friend's outburst. He was saving his allowance to buy a computer. He had set himself the target of saving half his monthly allowance every month. This way, he figured he'd be able to put up about 10,000 rupees in 3 years. He very much wanted a computer of his own. He wanted to surf the net, visit educational websites, play games, and watch movies on his computer and not in some expensive theater. He knew Amit would laugh himself to tears if he knew about his secret. Amit had his own computer at home and allowed Sumit to use it now and then, though he himself didn't use it much.
Look at this new mobile phone that I bought yesterday,
said Amit, producing a sleek phone from his pocket the other day.
Know how much I got it for? Just $1,000.
He gushed smugly.
It's a steal at the price. See, camera, earphones, music station. It has everything. If you want a similar one, I can tell you the place where they are selling at huge discounts to clear stocks.
He offered eagerly. Sumit carried a black and white set which his father had given him on his last birthday. It was good enough for him as it served its purpose: send and receive calls.
That's what a phone's supposed to do.
Sumit reasoned, patting Amit's phone absently.
I have one already.
He said aloud.
I don't know why I bother with you, anyway.
Amit glared at him and walked away. It was past the midterm and the half-yearly exams were approaching. Monday was the last date for depositing the term fee at school, and Sumit stood in the queue at the counters.
Where is Amit?
He wondered to himself. He had not seen Amit in the class too while attendance was being called.
He's not well. I must call him up.
He thought as his turn came at the counter.
Hello. Amit, it's me Sumit.
He talked into his phone while on his way to his class.
Why aren't you in school today? It's the last date to deposit the fee today. Have you done it already?
Oh, Sumit,
The voice was very subdued, almost inaudible.
can you come home after school? It's important that I speak to you.
And the phone went dead. Sumit was puzzled.
What's up?
He wondered, a bit worried at the tone of his friend's voice. Amit was always shouting into his phone with glee and excitement.
Maybe he's taken ill.
Sumit inferred.
I'll go to his place right after school.
He decided as he entered the classroom. Sumit stared in disbelief at his friend. They were sitting on Amit's bed in his room. It was 4 o'clock and Sumit had come straight from school.
You mean, you've spent your term fee on mobile and movies?
He sputtered.
Well, that's a fact and I don't know what to tell my father.
Amit's eyes were downcast.
Amit, how could you do such a thing? Wasn't your pocket allowance enough for you?
Sumit was angry at his friend for his thoughtless deed. Amit was silent and almost in tears.
Listen, you'd better tell your parents about it.
Sumit advised him.
There's no other way out of this.
It was almost 11 at night and Sumit tossed about in his bed, unable to sleep. He kept thinking of his friend and how he'd landed himself in trouble due to his wasteful habits. He finally made a decision and slept soundly. Amit didn't turn up at school the next day too, and Sumit was now really worried. He went up to the class teacher and said,
Mom, Amit is not well and he has sent you his term fee.
He took out a wad of currency notes and held it out to her.
How much is it?
She asked Sumit.
4,500, Mom.
He told her.
And here's 50 rupees for the late fee.
He said, handing over the money to her. She counted the money and asked Sumit to collect the receipt from her in the recess. It was evening when Sumit cycled to Amit's house. His computer could wait. Let this be a lesson to his friend.
How can I even thank you, Sumit?
Cried out Amit with relief and gratitude.
You saved me from a very embarrassing situation, my friend.
Sumit looked at his friend gravely.
I only hope you've understood the folly of wasteful expenditure.
He said,
I helped you because I wanted you to change your ways. You often kept asking me what I did with my pocket money. I had been saving a major part of it to collect enough money to buy myself a computer.
Amit looked at him aghast.
And you've paid my fee out of your savings.
He was beside himself with shame and self-reproach. A year and a half had passed since this episode, and Amit was a chastised person. Nobody saw him eat kulfis or watch films in theaters any longer. Then one day Amit invited Sumit over to his house. It was Sumit's birthday tomorrow. He took him up to his room and swept the covers of a brand new computer.
This is my birthday gift to you, Sumit.
Said Amit with pride in his voice.
You were right.
He went on.
It is not easy to earn money, but it is more difficult to spend it wisely. I bought it out of my own pocket money.
He said, embracing Sumit in a tight hug.